Okay, now we're going to look at identifying correlations between data sets. Sometimes you can find a pattern, a very specific pattern, and then we have names for that. So let me just read from the textbook. A correlation is a relationship between data sets. You can use a scatter plot to describe the correlation between data. So let's look at this first one here. As x increases, y increases, as it goes up from left to right. That's called a positive correlation. If it goes down from left to right, or as x increases, the y decreases, it's going down, it's called a negative correlation. Then every now and again you get this random kind of scatteredness of points, and that's called no correlation. There's really no discernible pattern here of, it's just kind of all over the place, and that's, the points show no pattern. Okay, so let's look at this example and see how we do. Tell whether the data shows a positive, negative, or no correlation. So just looking at this first one here, what do you think? The number of vehicles owned in someone's lifetime, I suppose, and the person's age. Now let's try this one. The temperature of coat sales, that's the coats sold per day, and then the average daily temperature at the bottom. So it looks like here, the more coats sold a day, the less the temperature. As the temperature increased, the coats also sold per day decreased. Go ahead and answer that one. Is it a positive, negative, or no correlation? So sometimes it's going to ask you to make your own scatter plot by giving you some points, some ordered pairs. And then to say, is it a positive, negative, or no correlation? So all you would have to do is, remember, is put in the temperature, your x, your input, and then get your attendees, in this case, your output. So if you input at 82, you would output a 4.5. So it's actually already been done for us. It's kind of nice. Let me see if I get a little closer here. You input at 82, you output 4.5. Yep, that's 4.5. There would be one of your dots. Then you do the next one. You input a 78, you output a 4.0. You input a 78. See, there's a 78. You output a 4.0. It's right on 4. And so you would do that with all these points. But once you do that, you would need to describe, is it a positive, negative, or no correlation? In this case, it's going up from left to right, so it would be a positive correlation. All right, let's try the next one here. If you were to plot these points, it's kind of easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the inputs. And then the output would be, for 1, would be 24. Let's go to 24, just under 25 there. 2 would be just 21, just over 20. And then what kind of relationship do you think that is? Is it positive, negative, or is there no correlation? So you would go ahead and put your answers for that one. Okay. And then the last thing we need to cover is this idea of making a scatter plot